Hey everyone, welcome to the show of shows that tells you about the dark times and how to rise above them. It's Infinite Realms. And yeah, I'm making that a joke. Of course, my whole life story is I had a very dark time in my life where I had to sell off most of my collection. Now I'm buying it back because my life is better and things are moving forward as always. And you're on this journey with me. And so far, as the numbers are being said, yeah, it is 100. We've passed 150 subscribers. So thank you. Thank you so much for helping the channel grow. Can you continue to do so? Please just keep liking what you like. Comment if you feel like it. And tell others, tell your outlaws and tell your in-laws to subscribe. Another cool thing is 1,000 hours of watch time. Finally surpassed that. So after that, guess what you get to do? You get to do community posts. Yeah, I'm going to abuse that feature. So, but thanks everybody. Thank you for helping this channel grow, and please continue to help. We've got a lot to do and a long way to do it. Speaking of which, channel talk. Okay, I've had a few ideas in my head. Again, when I originally started this channel, I was just going to cover a lot of stuff, and the rebuilding of the action figure collection has kind of taken over that, and it didn't mean to. And so I'm thinking about the other aspects, the other hobbies in my life, and how do I get that? I have a tentative plan. It's not set in stone, and I'll just tell you a little bit about it, what I'm thinking. I'm thinking every other Saturday I'm going to do some kind of other topic. Like, one thought I had was doing wrestling pay-per-views, going back and reviewing them. This takes a little while because, you got to watch the pay-per-view, you got to kind of make notes on the pay-per-view, and then you got to talk about it. The first one I've done the audio for, and I just need to do the video. Now, anything you've ever noticed when I've talked about it, you notice I do stills. Here's the thing. Anytime, and I don't know how these big channels get away with it, I'm just telling you right now, but anytime I put any kind of screen recording in a video about wrestling, boom, it is hit with a copyright immediately and taken down. The only way I can keep it up is just to use stills. I don't know why that is, and I've been very surprised at how sudden it is too. It's like literally, if you saw the video, you're lucky, because I mean it was, put it up, check it again in 20 minutes, boom, I got a copyright strike and it's down. So, yeah, that's why I use stills instead. And, some people get irritated by that. I have the same problem with movies, by the way. My Halloween Ends review that I did this week, I was going to include some, movement in that from the Peacock app. And, yeah, it got struck down before it even got up, which was weird to me. But I put it back up with stills and there was no problem. I don't understand how that works. Really don't. I know I've watched Cosmonaut Variety Hour. He's talking all the time how he gets it. He keeps getting it and how he gets around it. But, I don't want to have to do that for one video. I got tons of videos here, So, anyway. Since those are, those take a little while longer, it would be easier if I could do it like one a month, rather than doing one every week. And that was started to be my thought was, yeah, why don't I do just one a month? And then after a while, I collect a bunch. Then a gaming night. I'm thinking there of, going over a game, miniatures. As you all know, the He-Man game is coming in. I have 2 Zombicide games, all of which I need to review. So, yeah, that's going to be a lot of material. And that's kind of a good way to cover it. So, I'll give it a shot. I may do more than that. I was thinking the third weekend of the month would be the collection, and that would where I'd spotlight some aspect of my collection, what I still have from the dark times, what I've added to it. I think that has potential. It could work. Yeah. And then I'm sitting here like, okay, what do I do on the 4th week? And then what if there's 5 weeks? So that's where I'm at right now. I'm thinking if there's 5 weeks, I use that as a catch-up week. So like if I have a lot of videos in the queue, I can put something there and be a wild card, But I got to come up with something for that 4th week. So, hmm. Yeah, well, I'll come up with something. Anyway, those are the tentative thoughts right now. I'm thinking of picking that up starting next month. So, and to do that, I kind of picked an easy, I ended up picking an easy wrestling event to review. So, stay tuned for that next week. That should be fun. Okay, so moving on. That's enough channel talk. Let's talk about what happened this week. Well, of course, you know who had their 10/27 reveals this week, and they revealed oh my god, this is so bad. They revealed Hellstorm. Not even the Hellstorm, the good looking Hellstorm. They introduced the more modern one that looks really dull. And yeah. Let's poke a hole in the ship to let the water out as it sinks. That'll work. Yeah, this thing, that was what we were waiting for. All this time we were waiting for that. I mean, we got a Goblin Queen who doesn't have underboob. We got a Mephisto that actually looks kind of short. And a Hellstorm without a cape. Hasbro, are you fluffing kidding me right meow? Yes, I said that. You fluffers? Ooh, well, that sounded bad. Yeah, this kind of stuff, I'm looking at it going, you really expected this to fly? I mean, when I first heard it, I thought, okay, at least 2 of the tiers are going to be Ghost Riders with bikes. Because at that price, that's the only thing that justifies that price, is you get 2 bikes and a Hell Charger. No, just regular figures. But why did Eternia fund so easily? A, people wanted it. B, and most obvious, they weren't too ambitious. They set their tiers realistically. They also set their goal realistically. Boom, they made it. This is this is wow, I don't know who greenlit this and who thought that price tag was good, but y'all, man. So, yeah, okay. Now, moving on, they did reveal some other stuff. Man, this was a little bit. I'm going to get to the thing I like the least. The Spider-Man Carnage 2-pack. That Carnage, I may have a line on the original mold, which I think is painted better, by the way. There's something about this paint job I don't like. Some of it might be attempts at cell shading that I'm not catching. But, this looks like the same Carnage from a couple of years ago. I recently acquired the Venom Pool Carnage. Well, it's not here yet, but it's on the way. So, and then right after that, somebody talking me into a deal on the Carnage this is based on, which I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to take that over this 2-pack because, I need a Carnage, and, that looks like the Carnage for me. This Spider-Man, I'm going to be honest, I hate the cell shading, the blue. I hate it. I just hate it on the Symbiote Spider-Man. It's just ugly. I don't like it. The cell shadings, with Wolverine it works. With this one it doesn't. It's so hit and miss with these cell shadings. So, yeah. So let's get past that and get to the cool one. Wonder Man. With the jacket. Love it. He even has little exhaust things for the jetpack, for the jets in the belt. I thought that was a nice chart. Just a nice touch. That old school Avengers feel. Oh, that's so great. so awesome. So cool. I'm so happy with that. Just so happy. Yena Belova, I always mispronounce her name, but you know who I'm talking about. And her Thunderbolts outfit. Not as excited about that. Never been a big fan of Yanis. Yeah. You know, you see, I butcher her name every time, even though I know it in my brain. I try to speak it, and I'm like, Yalurba. Yalurba. There's a few names that do that. Yelena does that to me. See, I said it right that time. But I've never been a huge fan of her in the comics. She's growing on me in the MCU, but I never was a huge fan of hers in the comics. So I'm gonna probably pass on this one. I mean, this is not. I mean, it looks cool. I don't like the single jointed arms, but you know, I can see why some people would, or some people would complain about that. But I see why some people would also go after this. I mean, it is one of her iconic looks from a time. So yeah, I get that. Just not for me. Another fave, Baron Strucker. Yes! 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 Not been updated since the Toy Biz line. I'm not even a big Hydra fan, but I just wanted this guy. I've wanted this guy for a long time. I just like him as a villain. Hydra is much more interesting to me when he's around. That's what I wanted. I just wanted Baron Strucker. Finally, Baron Strucker. He looks good too. I mean, he looks real good. Okay, so there was a bunch of other stuff on Hasbro's 1027 cast. The most major stuff is that Chuckles was coming to G.I. Joe Classified. There really wasn't much in G.I. Joe Classified. That was it. And I'm kind of like, Chuckles, really? Some people love Chuckles. I was always kind of neutral towards him. He's not one I'm going to grab in the classified scale because he's not one of my favorites. I don't hate him. I just don't love him. So it's that simple. I mean, that's what I feel. But now when we're talking about classified, let's move on over to dun 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 G.I. Joe and the London Comic Con, where they revealed Big Ben. Appropriate place for him. I liked the figure originally. I'm not a huge fan of the character, though. So that one I'm going to pass on. The female Trooper 2-pack looks great. Looks awesome. Yeah, that's probably one I'm going to pick up. I need to pick up some Troopers, of course, but, you know, let's pick up the girls first, right? Name only reveals Shadow Tracker. I was like, what? That dude came in so late. I mean, he was like towards the end of the line. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it's Pursuit of Koba. I got the original figure. I mean, and I actually kind of like the original figure, so I was really surprised to see that one. I'm going to reserve judgment until I see the figure, but I'm going to lean towards no. But you know, I didn't hate the character. I didn't love the character. I'll say it that way. He was one of those I was kind of like, well, at least we got a Cobra character, you know. And so the big stuff was Marvel Legends. Oh boy, was it big. Okay. Vertigo. Finally got to see Vertigo. And I do like the look. She's one of those I'm thinking, you know, sometimes in multi-packs, you can buy the one figure you want. Kind of cheap. I may do that here. Because I'm not really caring about, you know, Pretty Boy or Zero or even Strife, really. I don't know. Strife was always a hit and miss character for me. You know, I may try for Strife. I don't know. But definitely want to get Vertigo for my Marauders. I'm trying to put a Marauders team together. So, yeah. I may go that route just to get her for the Marauders. And then, of course, Zero looks like he's coming with that ring that Defender Strange came with. So, yeah. And Random. And Random is kind of random, isn't he? He's random. Don't hate him. Don't love him. Again, I'm neutral. If I can get him cheap on the secondary market, I'll do it. If I can't, I'm not going to be heartbroken. Okay, my surprise was Captain America, the Ultimates cap. I was kind of ready to pass on this one until I saw the figure, and I'm like, ooh, that's not bad. That's kind of cool, actually. Especially love the you can see the scale mail there. I am not gonna say no to this one yet. Yeah, it's on my maybe list, which is surprising me about this wave. Also got to see Extremis Iron Man. I may pass on that one. That one is I don't know. I don't know. It's like I have so many Iron Man figures. I mean, Iron Man is the one I have the most of, which makes sense because he has more. He has more armors. Man, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. You ever feel like that? It's like the whole time I've been talking, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. I hate that. So, I'm sorry. Did I make myself too human for you as a YouTube celebrity? Yeah, celebrity, my ass. Yeah, the Extremis armor. See there, I'm sniffling. Extremis armor, yeah, I don't know. I have a couple of Extremis armors, and I think I'm pretty happy with them. I'm not going to say no yet, but this is leaning to no. Also, Star Wars Black, I heard a rumor, and I've been trying to find some kind of confirmation, because information this morning was crazy, that there is a new Mara Jade and a new Ballista Shawn. Two characters I would buy in Black Series, so that's kind of fun. We'll find out. We'll see sometime soon if that is true. But that's what I heard was revealed in London Comic Con. I was like, ooh, yeah, those would get my attention. So there we are. That sounds like what it is. Well, what was my week like? Well, you saw some of it. Of course, I got Okoye and reviewed that yesterday. And liked that figure a whole lot. I got Sergeant Stalker earlier in the week, so he's up. And I got Goldberg. Ultimates Goldberg surprised me. I like that figure a lot more than I thought I would. And I'm really glad I got it now. And of course, the She-Ra review went up this week. And, I really like that figure too. So, what am I got this week? Well, I got my notice about Scorpion being shipped. So, that should be here soon. I got another notice about my Hulk Hogan Ultimate is finally on the move. Don't know what happened there, but I should have at least those two by next week. Just told you about the deal on Carnage, and I got another deal on Carnage maybe after that. And, of course, this being Halloween, had an idea since it's, 31-day month. Tomorrow, there will be a review of the Acolytes, finally. I thought it was appropriate on the Halloween Eve. Ironic since Halloween is All Hallows Eve, but yeah, I just decided to call it Halloween Eve. On Halloween, I'm going to have two videos. 1, Movie Venom. 2, Skeletor. So, we're going to have some devil worshippers in the Acolytes. We're going to have a monster in Venom. And we're going to have, of course, a skeleton wizard in Skeletor. Now, if I'd been smart, I would have held off my Jason review until then. But I'm not smart. So, yeah. Don't forget to tune in for those. After that, we'll probably see She-Hulk. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for Infinite Realms today. If nothing else, have a good week. Hope y'all enjoy, and please take care.